I love learning about new crafts from antique and vintage manuals, but what about learning about a completely new craft from a vintage toy? Thanks to my members and patrons, they have voted this toy as the next one that I should try out, which is called Needlepoint Magic from Mattel. I truly have never done any kind of needlepointing before, so you're gonna have to tell me if what I'm doing is even needlepointing, but it does say that it's easy enough for a 6-year-old, so I'm going to hope that we can get a hang of it. I love trying out vintage crafting toys, so let's go ahead and get this unboxed and see what we're dealing with. The first thing that I noticed on this box are these price tag stickers because they say Sears Surplus. What a throwback. I don't think Sears exists anymore, but I used to go there all the time. Oh, and I think the price was $2.99, which is definitely a little bit more expensive than what I paid for it. Okay, let's see what we have in here. Wow, it looks basically complete, which I don't know exactly what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting it to be this complete. Okay, oh, here we go, the instructions. That's important. And we even have a warranty card, which is super important, especially since this says copyright 1976. We've got 90 days from the date of purchase to say if anything was up with this. I think we might have gone a little bit over that timeline. Instructions, very important, and we have this little frame. So let's see what we have. We have so much here. I don't even know what half of this stuff is. It looks like pattern pieces. Oh, I think this might have been used once before because I can see something was cut out. And this, honestly, this looks like a typewriter almost, doesn't it? Whoa, whoa, okay. Let's look at the instructions, shall we? Put the machine together. Okay, I think the machine is together. Retract the needle and looper. Wouldn't even know how to do that. Whoa, oh my gosh. This is so cool. Okay, I have to show you guys some close-ups of this, but first, let me make sure things are retracted properly. How do I retract it though? Okay, it doesn't say. Well, that's always good when I start messing with things without understanding it. Turn the crank handle counterclockwise until it stops. Oh, okay, that's how you, okay, we got there. You're ready to put the fabric in the needlepoint machine. Be sure the black handle is facing you. With both hands, rotate and pull out the roller. Wrap the fabric, snap the roller, hold the thread. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stop recording for a second because these are way more instructions than I was expecting. So let me go ahead and read through them, and then I'll come back when I give it my first try because I think I need to read through these instructions like 3 times before I fully understand what the heck is going on. I'm going to have to interrupt myself here because I have to talk about another rug that has become my absolute favorite, brought to you by the sponsor of today's video, FlexiSpot. And this is their washable rugs. They have saved my sanity in more than one way, and even better, they're really cute. In my apartment, I have a little hallway between my bedroom and bathroom where I put a runner to keep my feet warm and to give Nutella some traction. This rug has been there for over a year, and there isn't one day where I haven't tripped over the little curling edges, and I've even added a rug pad, but I find myself constantly scooting it back into place after Nutella zooms by on it or I vacuum. I was ready for another solution, and that is where the washable rug comes in, and it fits in place like the satisfying last piece of a puzzle. You just snap together the pads, secure the corners with Velcro, which actually holds really well, and lay the top layer right over it. Look at those flat edges, no more curly corners, no more tripping, and no more slip and sliding. And when I say washable, I mean washable. The whole rug comes apart in minutes, folds up super easily, and goes straight into the washing machine. I have the runner size, but even the huge 9x12 size would fit in my washing machine, which I find genuinely impressive. I'm a clumsy person. I have a lot of stained clothes and carpets to show for it, and I live with Nutella, who I absolutely love, but is also a mud fiend. So while being able to vacuum the rug without hassle is great, I find a huge peace of mind with just being able to throw the whole thing into the wash for a thorough clean. And speaking of vacuuming, this rug is great. I'm not wrestling with it, trying to get Nutella's hair out, and it stays fully flat when I run over it, which is so much less hassle. I also appreciate that it's standard 100 by Oekotech certified, so it's tested for harmful chemicals, which makes me feel good about letting Nutella flop down or lying on it myself when I inevitably end up on the floor for some much needed floor time. So if you're looking for something cozy, safe, and extremely functional, definitely check out FlexiSpot's washable rugs. You can use my code RUG10OFF for 10% off, but if you're getting 2 or more, you can use RUG15% off for 15% off using the code and the link down below. Thank you so much to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video and making videos like this possible for me. And now let's get back to trying out some more needlepoint. Okay, I am so excited about this. So I read through the instructions and it turns out that I think I have everything that I need to make, I don't know how ambitious I'm gonna be here. Definitely one of the things in the instructions, potentially two, we'll have to see. So from what I can tell, the original kit comes with all of the yarn and things to make all three of these items. The previous owner had finished the cat picture, so they had cut out the template and the felt bits are missing because we even have all of the felt with the pre-cut out sections to do the pictures. So I want to do the dog picture. The dog picture technically has a blue fabric background. We don't have the blue fabric, we only have the yellow fabric. Hi Nutella, look at this. Yeah, but I think it'll be okay if we do the dog picture with a yellow background. Okay, so what am I doing? Let's see. So the previous person cut out the cat picture. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the dog picture. Let me go grab my scissors and a pencil. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is we are going to lay this down on top of my fabric and we're gonna trace out the body of the dog, because the body of the dog is actually the only bit that is going to be what this kit calls needle pointed. Does it say a particular direction or anything? We put it face down. Whoops, face down. Whoopsie daisy, okay. Almost went wrong already. And then we trace the body in pencil. I have no idea if this is gonna show up, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I traced out the square in pencil and now we're gonna put this fabric into the needle pointer. Okay, so let's see how in the world do we do that? The instructions say, be sure the handle is facing you. It is. With both hands, rotate and pull out the roller. So I wanna rotate this way and pull. Okay, got it. Ooh, that was loud. Nutella is suspicious of what I'm doing. Wrap the fabric snugly around the roller and snap clips over it. Snap clips, hold on. Whoops, I wish I had more hands. My one concern so far on a 6-year-old being able to do this is that the metal snaps are quite tight. So I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I barely have enough strength to put this on correctly. I feel like a 6-year-old, unless you're a very strong 6-year-old, it's possible, might have some trouble doing that. Okay, snap roller into carriage. There we go. I don't think I can see the pencil markings anymore, hold on. Okay, now hold the threader in the left hand. Put the hole through. Wait, I need the yarn first. Okay, we're gonna do the brown for the dog. Slip the yarn and put it through the hole in the needle. Oh, come on. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. More. There we go. And then we put it through this way. We're threading the needle. Oh, sorry. I'll give you a close-up of what I'm doing. So we have the needle right here. Here's the threader. And I've put the yarn through and now it should just slide in. Nice. We want just 1 inch on the left. Be sure to keep yarn slack. To needle point the first row, slowly turn the handle clockwise. Okay, so we're gonna start needle pointing. See how this is gonna go. Oh my God, why do I like this so much? This is so satisfying. It's like a typewriter, but for yarn. Look at this. Okay, I think we finished the square and this is looking really nice, but I have a question. This to me is doing a very similar action to what I've seen rug tufting or yarn tufting machines do. You have like a tufting gun and you stretch out a piece of fabric and you tuft the yarn through it to create like loops and patterns on the other side. Is that what needlepoint is? I didn't think needlepoint and rug tufting were the same thing. I have to admit I don't know much about needle pointing. Let me do another few rows and then we'll look up what needle pointing is. So at this point it says to stop the handle when it is face down. Okay, face down. Cut the yarn close to the right size using your safety scissors. I'm so safe with my scissors, but they aren't safety scissors. Turn the handle clockwise until it's at the top, and then turn back until it's stopped. Turn the roller away from you one click. Try to show you what the heck I'm doing. I need two hands for this. Slide the roller back to begin the second row, thread the needle, and begin needle pointing. Oh no, I'm pulling the yarn out. Oops, that's all right. Okay, there we are. Gonna thread it through again. There's my yarn. There's my yarn. This is a nice yarn threader. What I will say about this machine is that it is mostly plastic, but it's still in quite good condition. Like, I'm not struggling to move any of the parts, or I'm not afraid that I'm gonna destroy it into pieces, unlike that 1970s Mattel circular knitting machine that was a little bit in more rough shape. Mattel in the 60s and 70s, well, at least in the 70s, because I had the Mattel CSM and now the Mattel needle pointer, they were really into those crafting toys. I love it. I wish more options existed nowadays that are similar. We can really get some speed up. Needle pointing, speed version. Okay, cut it for this row, all the way to the top. Take the yarn out so we're not undoing the work. Go backwards, one away, there we go, and back to the start. Oh, this is fun. I am enjoying this very much. I like this. Ah, where's my threader? Oh, I am the worst. Okay, here we go, found it. I don't want to be the one responsible for losing the pieces after how many decades this has been around. Okay, I feel like the other clamp should have been placed here to hold the tension better where I'm needle pointing, but oh well, it's fine. Okay, I just came back from my computer and I looked up what is needlepoint and what is tufting. And needlepoint is where you're embroidering onto the surface of a fabric and your design covers the entire surface of the fabric, kind of creating a tapestry-like look. Tufting is where you're pushing yarn through a stretched out canvas and you create like a raised or pile on the other side. Now, tell me what you think this looks like when I lift it up and it's coming through on the other side. Also, Nutella's crying because I just got lunch and it's on my desk and I haven't eaten it yet and she's very upset. But look at this. We have another case of a toy saying. We have another case of a... Nutella, you're so cute. You know when I talk that if you make noise and I stop talking and I maybe go over and eat my food. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna explain this and I'm gonna eat, I promise. So I think this is another case of a tool or a toy saying it's one thing and in reality it's something else. So it's, I think, nice to call it needlepoint magic, but I think the magic is transforming the needlepoint into actually tufting. We're basically creating like a small rug. I'm not mad about it, but it does activate that little thing inside of me that's like, oh, could we use the right terminology? Because if this was a tufter or like a rug maker, would it really be that much worse marketing? I don't know. Is needlepoint more recognized than rug tufting? Maybe in the 70s. Regardless, I'm definitely gonna finish this dog design though. So let me go load up my next bit of yarn and I'm truly having a great time using this machine. This is so fun. I've got quite a bit more of the square to fill out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of it done, and then I will have you join me again when I pull it off of the machine, toy, tool, what do we call it? Yarn typewriter, that's what I'm gonna call it because that's what it seems like to me, and I'm loving this. Okay, I think I filled in the square. Now the instructions say to use both hands to pull roller out, rotate while you pull. Okay, remove clips and unwrap fabric. So clip 1, clip 2, and let's see what this fabric looks like, shall we? Okay, 100%. This is rug tufting and not needle pointing, but I'm not mad about it. I had a blast doing this. Let's finish the picture, shall we? Okay, so let me see, where's my dog template? Here's the body of the dog, look at that. So cute, like that. Let's use our template to find all the pieces. I'm gonna start with white. So here's the white felt, and we need the head. I think that's this one. I might have to iron this. So here's the head. Got a little triangle head. What else is white? Oh, we have a little bit of a white tail. Look at this masterpiece. Oh, we can't forget the frame. Here's the frame. Now that is so cute. This is really fun. It's not needlepoint, but it is tremendously fun. I love my needlepoint piece, aka rug tufted and felted piece, so much. I don't think I want to be done. I think I want to do one more design. This toy kit tool came with a bunch of templates where you can make like a really big cat or some flower cushions or this patch that says hi. And this patch gave me the idea, I don't want a patch that says hi, I want a patch that says EK. I'm probably gonna use a pen because I barely saw the outline. Quick side note, I was supposed to glue down all the felt and the kit even came with non-toxic Nutella glue, but of course this is solid after 3, 4, 5 decades of being inside the box. And I actually don't have any glue. I don't know if that's surprising or not, but surprise, surprise, I don't own, outside of super glue, I don't have any glue. So I didn't want to glue that down. I might save it for, I don't know, future users, but I do want to make an EK patch. So let me grab some paper, let me draw out a template, and let's see if I can make my own EK patch. Okay, my template for EK is printed out. Now I need to make sure that I remember that when we put it on this fabric, we put it on the wrong way around, and then we're gonna trace it this way. Okay, let me make sure this fabric doesn't run away. And this time I'm gonna use a pen because there's no way I'm gonna see this if I don't use a pen. Okay, pattern is traced. I'm wondering if I did this in the right direction because now I have to needle point this. Wait, no, I'm gonna be needle pointing this way. If it might have been better to needle point this way, well, oh well, we'll see. I mean, we're just trying stuff out, right? This should be fun. Let's see if we could get something even slightly readable out of this. I had to concentrate harder on that than I thought I would have to, and I have no idea if some of this worked out. I tried out some kind of different techniques where instead of cutting it, I kept on continuing it, but I don't know if that was right with the amount of tension that we have, but in any case, let's see what we created. Take the rings off. 1, 2. Let's see what we made. Oh my gosh, I do believe we kind of did it. I think that's readable as a little bit of an EK logo, although is it? Wait. That's the right way around, at least from my perspective. And I mean, it's like recognizable enough, I think, as the EK logo. All right, let me cut it out of this fabric. Let's see, here's my patch. Oh my God. I'm kind of shocked that we did it. That was not easy, I will have to admit, but now I have like a little tufted rug patch of EK. I think in summary we can say that this is not needlepoint magic unless we call needlepoint magic actually rug tufting. I have always wanted to try rug tufting, so I'm really happy to have this. I don't think that this is going to be the last time that I use it. I personally find it very fun. I'm also very curious if a 6-year-old can actually use it. I have a friend who has a 6-year-old child, so I might see if that child can operate this equipment. I do wish that toys like this still existed. I tried looking at it briefly and I couldn't find anything modern that is made that is anything like this. I think this toy is great. I wish they wouldn't have leaned into the marketing. I wish they would have called it an accurate name. But overall, I'm so excited that I got to try this. Thank you so much. If you like watching me mess around with vintage toys and tools, I will leave a playlist right here where you can watch more of them should you want to, or I'll leave a video down here that is meant just for you, just so that you can watch that if you want to. This was incredibly fun. If you want to vote on my next toy that I'm going to work on, feel free to check out either my membership or my Patreons, and I will see you again really, really soon. Bye.